Today we shall be talking about a new topic, that is Lok Sabha Speaker. Generally we keep on speaking about the parliament, and it says like it is the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and the president. We have even talked about the functions of prime minister, the functions of president, how the presidents come into existence. These, but never, very seldom we go with it is what is the Lok Sabha Speaker about. For the first time we are talking about this one, so be little careful, and this is first time you are listening to what exactly the speaker is. Whenever you have the Lok Sabha sessions going on, सेशंस जब मिलते हैं, जब बात कर रहे हैं, जब कोई डिस्कशंस हो रहे हैं, डिबेट्स हो रहे हैं, दोज आर कॉल्ड एज सेशंस. We even will be looking into different kind of sessions, like it is your winter session, your summer sessions, your autumn sessions and all we are having. So at the time of the session, when we have the ruling party and the opposition party sitting on either side and they are discussing, there must be someone who is observing and who is controlling the house. And this person who controls the house, he or she who controls the house, is called the speaker. And when you say speaker, it is Lok Sabha speaker. We even have a Rajya Sabha speaker, and there is a little different procedure for that one. And here it is the Lok Sabha speaker. So we are talking about the elections of the Lok Sabha. How? From where is this person coming? When we say it is a PM has been elected, then it is directly we are electing. The citizens of the country are participating and we are electing the person, and the person is whichever the party gets the majority of votes, that party's leader will be the prime minister. Now here we are talking about the speaker. From where the speaker will come? We even know it is president, it is indirect election, that is a different task again. Don't get confused into this one. Now here we are going with the election of the speaker and deputy speaker. We always have, it is prime minister and deputy prime minister, speaker and deputy speaker, because we want to see that it is whenever, sometimes if speaker is not available, then the proceedings, these both are known as the proceeding officers. मतलब उन लोग उस लोक सभा पार्लियामेंट का जो भी काम है उसको चलाने में, they are executing the whole of the actions and the activities there. So speaker जब भी नहीं होते हैं, whenever the speaker is not available due to any of the case, might be he is absent for that day due to some reason, and might be that seat is vacant, might be that person has left and he has resigned and still that seat is vacant. In those conditions he will be performing the activities. So we want speaker and deputy speaker, and how these people are elected by a simple majority of that house, in that house at that day, on that day when the new session goes on, then the new people will come, the new parliament we are going to start. The new session, यानी कि new session जब बोलते हैं, it is after every 5 years. So after every 5 years we have a new session when the new government has formed. On that particular day they have decided we are going to elect the speaker. On that day, whoever is present out of that one, they make the candidates come forward. They have their own candidates from each of the group or the party, and they go with the election, the internal election only, and that is known as your simple majority of the house. Whatever the house we have, कितने लोग उसके अंदर हैं, उसमें से मेजॉरिटी जिसको वोट गया, वो वोट हम लोग वो मेजॉरिटी पर्सन को हम स्पीकर बना देते हैं, एंड सेकेंड नेक्स्ट में जो वोट्स मिले हैं उनको हम डेप्यूटी स्पीकर बनाते हैं. This is how the election of the speaker goes on, and we want the speaker and the deputy speaker there because we want to see the work is going on continuously. We are even seeing that the speaker is holding the whole of the house like he is the supreme power in that particular parliament. There is no any chance that nobody is listening to him or violating his rules and orders. He or she, the person is having many powers. So continuously we have a series of points we are supposed to understand about speaker. So we shall be talking about that in detail, one after the other. The next point goes on with, it is the position of the speaker. I said we are having a little higher position and he should be controlling the whole of the Lok Sabha there. The parliament he is controlling. So what is the actual position we should be knowing here? Holds the power and ranks higher than the cabinet ministers. all the cabinet ministers, they will be, and whatever they are at the highest level, like it is prime minister we have, then we have all the cabinet ministers. But here the speaker is higher than those cabinet ministers, the powers are little higher. He must be neutral politically, as he is a candidate from the ruling party, so he should not support his ruling party, and the other side we have the opposition party, so he should not be little partial towards anyone. Obviously he will be showing partiality towards his own group or the political party. That should not be there, is the rule. So he is, when he is sitting onto the seat, whatever the discussions are going on, he is not involved in, and he is like neutrally he is observing and giving the decisions. That is, his salary also is from the consolidated fund of India, the same way as we have talked about the MPs also. And see this point and this point, he is neutral politically, and he stays aloof from, he is away from any of the party discussions are going on. He is not allowed to participate in that one. He is not allowed to go with any of the party controversies. He cannot support one of the party. One of the he is going to support his own party only. But any of the party he is not going. He is not supposed to support, and he has to sit on that speaker's chair, and he should be very neutral and give the decisions properly. So this is the position of your speaker. How can we remove the speaker? One point we can say it is, after the tenure is over for the period of 5 years, he will be removed automatically and a new speaker will come in there. But we should have some, if the speaker is not that very successful or we are not satisfied with, there should be a provision that we should remove, or else it will become very difficult. For the 5 years we have to tolerate him. So there should be some procedures for that one. So if the speaker or if he is not the member of, if he resigns or if he is not the member of the Lok Sabha anymore, automatically the speaker's post will get vacant. If he resigns and submits his resignation to the deputy speaker, he himself is doing that one, or else if we want to, the house wants to remove him, then we have a procedure like, it is the whole of the house will pass a resolution. We don't want this person anymore to be the speaker due to any of the reason. He is not playing his role properly, or he is violating the rules, or he is partial towards his political party. Any of can be. So a resolution will be passed, and simple majority ke hisab se, again a small voting system will go on, and simple majority on that basis the speaker will be removed. See the important point here, the very important point. As the tenure of a party is over, 5 years tenure is over, then we have the election. Then at that time the old PM resigns and the new PM comes into action. These all processes going on, but the speaker is not left. He still is continuing. The old party speaker is still continuing here. And they have a particular date after the new PM has come, after the new body has been formed, the government has been formed. They will decide a date. On this particular date we shall be having the election for the speaker. That date they will again come, and they will have a small, again the same in the election, whatever we have discussed, that procedure will go on, and on that date this old speaker will resign and the new speaker will take the charge. Till that time the speaker will be continuing. Due to some reasons, if the voting did not go on, the internal voting did not go on, it is getting extended. For example, like our pandemic is going on now, 3 months we are not in the session, and by chance abhi iske samne election hua और स्पीकर वहीं पे है, ओल्ड स्पीकर वहीं पे है, लेकिन न्यू प्राइम मिनिस्टर हमारे आ गए हैं, लेकिन 3 मंथ्स के लिए अभी भी वही स्पीकर वहां पे रहेंगे. Even if the sessions are not going on, but he is on the paper, he is the speaker. Once the sessions will start, they will be normal and they will be going with the election, the internal election. Then the old speaker will resign. जो old party का speaker था वो resign करेंगे, and आज का नया party का speaker वहाँ पे वापस reinstall हो जाएगा. So this is the process of removal. We shall be looking into the powers and functions of the speaker. In that, it is a easy way we can have. We have lots of things in this one, and this is little bigger, or the wide topic you have to understand. So we have to memorize some of the points. Like for easy formation, we have talked about it as can. CAMP. So it is C. Accordingly only I have written here. In your textbook it is up and down. So accordingly we have formed. So you should understand this is what, and this is easy way to for you to remember what the answer is. For your powers and functions of the speaker, CAMP will be your answer. For C, what is it? Conduct and control the proceedings of the Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha, it is we will be going into the details here. Then the second part, it goes with the administrative functions. Then it is maintenance of the decorum of the house. Then the power under the anti-defection law. So this is CAMP. So these 4 points is compulsory, and this becomes very important question in your boards. So compulsory you have to memorize this. Now we shall be looking into the to conduct and control the proceedings of the Lok Sabha. So as it is discussed, like we are supposed to go with CAMP. So let us discuss the C part. What is the C? Conduct and control of proceedings of the Lok Sabha. How the proceeding should go on, meeting should go on, what are the rules they have to follow, what is the power the speaker is having, where the decisions can go on, the special votes they have, everything comes into this part. And this is how you have to, in elaborate, you have to write this one, so it becomes your answer. See the first one, heads the meeting. Of course, he is heading the meeting there. You have both the parties sitting, the opposition and the ruling party sitting, and they have the discussions, and the speaker is heading. In case the speaker is not there, the deputy speaker will be heading the session there. So he is the head of that, and he will be heading the whole of the meetings going on in the parliament. Second, speeches and remarks addressed only to him. Whenever you see, you might have seen the sessions going on, and sometimes in the television also we see, it is both the parties will be speaking to each other only, but they have to always give an address to the speaker. They directly cannot post any of the comment onto each other, and they cannot post the allegations. It is through the speaker only the whole of the talking should go on. You can see that they speak on, it is Adhyaksha, Speaker Sir, Your Honor, such kind of words they speak, and they put on their words. They deliver the speech. But they are not anyway, if they speak directly, again it is a violation of the parliament, and speaker can take decisions regarding that one also. So always the speaker will be in between, and the address is from the speaker only. Either it is opposition or the ruling, both they have to take care about this one. Then decides the admissibility of the questions. Whatever the questions they come into, like we have the questionnaires and all the R's going on, we'll discuss later about these all things. Well, whatever the discussions should go on, the debate should go on what topic the discussion should go on, these ones, the speaker will be having the power of admissibility. If the speaker rejects, that is not allowed to have a discussion in the session. So the admissibility accept it, and if it is accepted by the speaker, then only it will be discussed in the parliament. Final interpreter of the constitution and procedure rules. Whatever the speaker says, like they have all the full knowledge, nice learned person will be sitting there. Whatever the interpretation of constitution they tell, that should be accepted by the people, by the ministers in the parliament. But if at all, sometimes it goes wrong also, but that is not. Whatever they very carefully do their work. So whatever the interpretations, like the constitution says this and you are supposed to follow like this, and you are understanding in a wrong way, if the speaker says, the house has to accept it. They should not have any discussions. They should not say, they should not even violate the rule, or they should not even show unacceptance towards the speaker. So the interpretation towards whatever the parliamentary rules and the constitution, whatever the decision the speaker takes, that is final. Then decides on the objections raised by the members and puts them into vote. If they have any objection and they are asking, so she or he can take the decision whether that should be put into vote, or you can take into majority. Either she can even cancel that. This is not to be talked in the parliament. She can take such kind of decisions. Signing the bills. And once we always say it is, whenever the bills are been prepared, they are to be discussed in the Lok Sabha, then it goes off to Rajya Sabha, then to the president. But if she doesn't sign, if he or she doesn't sign, that is not accepted in the Rajya Sabha. When the discussions are over in the Lok Sabha, the whole of the writing part should be sent first to the speaker. The speaker has to sign off, then only it has to be submitted in the Rajya Sabha. or else it is not accepted, it is not valid also. Then decisions, that gives a proof like it is the speaker was holding the meeting and the speaker was the witness of the whole of the meeting. So the speaker has to give a sign. Decisions as to the bill being a money bill or not. When you talk about the money bill has to come from the Lok Sabha only. When other bills we are talking, sometimes it even can come from the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is going with the proceedings, then come to Lok Sabha and then again go off to Rajya Sabha and President. But money bill will start only from the Lok Sabha. And when the Lok Sabha is producing the file there, the speaker will have the power to decide whether this is a money bill or not. If the speaker feels this is not a money bill and they are intentionally putting something wrong things there, the decision can be taken that it is disapproved and that is not a money bill. So it cannot be discussed in the form of money bill there. Even that much of power the speaker is having. The last one we can say casting vote to decide in case of deadlock. When the discussions are going on and we have a small simple majority, both the sides we have the majority, sometimes it can happen, it is a deadlock, tie हो गया है, दोनों के same हो गए हैं वहाँ पे. So the deadlock, so one vote a speaker's vote. Till that time the speaker is not using that special power. Till the things are going on, very good, it is nicely, the proceedings are going on. But when there is a dilemma in between, कि tie हो गया है दोनों groups के बीच में, then the speaker can use the special power using his one vote that can be casted, so the tie is broken. The deadlock is open and you can make the proceedings forward. Such a powerful person the speaker is. The second part is your functions of administrative functions. C, A. We are going with the A part. And here I have written 4 points. Still 4 points we have. So it is little longer one. So pay attention. The administrative functions. What exactly the speaker is doing in the house there. So what kind of powers he is having. These all goes on into administrative functions. Prepares agenda, receives documents, messages and execute orders. He prepares the agenda. Today he will be deciding on what topic we shall be going with the debates, and he is going with that kind of messages and documentations only. He is not taking, he or she, when I address it as he, please don't take it as only the male, he or she there. So the speaker will be taking like it is at that every day the agenda will be decided by the speaker and they gives the messages and they will be the one to give the message and address the parliament before the session starts. Today's session is based on this topic and we are going to have the debates or the discussions or the submissions, whatever he asks for, everything will be decided by the speaker only. And communicates the house decisions to the concerned authorities. Whatever the proceedings have taken place here, and later on the speaker has to communicate or give the information to the particular authority. Any of the authority, like it is commissioner, like it is the prime minister, like it is the president, where the communication should go on, where the message should go on, this is what has taken place in the house. The speaker plays the role of giving the information to that concerned authority. Parliamentary committees are constituted by him and he appoints the chairman. Whenever we have any kind of discussions going on, for example, let us say it is we have the business advisory committee. For example, it's the reservation committee. Like the chairperson of the reservation committee was Mandal, Mr. Mandal. So this is Mandal commission was the one. So here this person to be the chairperson of that particular committee where some discussions or some recommendations or some investigation has to be done, that chairperson for every committee the speaker will be deciding. So who is heading this committee and how the work will go on and what they are supposed to do, the speaker will decide on that. That is your appointing a chairman to a particular committee. For every work we have a committee being allotted, a person of 10 to 15 people, a committee is being allotted and they will be working in the direction of what the problems are arising, what the recommendations, what the suggestions they can give. This committee's chairman will be decided who he will be, and that is the speaker. Along with the chairman of Rajya Sabha, he nominates the person for the parliamentary delegations to the various countries. We have so many of delegations going to the various countries. So along with the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, these both people, the speaker and the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, will have a discussion and they will be nominating the parliamentary delegation, the person for the parliamentary delegation or the delegation going from India, who the head will be of that delegation. So this power also, like it is the chairman of the committees, the same way the chairperson, or you can say the parliamentary delegation, a person for the parliamentary delegation, a person will be selected, he will be appointed by the speaker. But here it is directly he is doing. The chairman of the committee, he himself is doing, the speaker himself is doing. But in the case of your parliamentary delegation, because the country, our country, a delegation is moving, a team is moving to the other country. So it is representing our country. On behalf of our country, some people are going there. So who should be the head of that also will be decided, but with the consultation of the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. The fifth point is presides over the joint sittings of the houses. We have the speaker sitting in the Lok Sabha. He is the presiding officer of the Lok Sabha. But any time if it so happens like it is, both the houses have to sit combinedly and have to go with the discussion. This call will be from the president. President will summon the meeting. He will call for the meeting because there is something urgent to be discussed. But the sitting place will be again the speaker only. But the speaker of Lok Sabha, Speaker of Rajya Sabha will not be sitting here. So he will be sitting for and he will be holding the meeting. So he is the one for Rajya. If at all we have, sometimes we have the combined meetings, he will be the presiding officer here. And also if you have some of the officers of the Legislative Assembly, those for whole of the conference going on. So if those all people, all the Legislative Assembly officers have a conference, Legislative Assembly is a state assembly. So if at all they have a call for all the Legislative Assembly officers, तो हर एक स्टेट से जो ऑफिसर्स आए और उनका कॉन्फ्रेंस अगर वहां पे हो रहा है, तो अगेन द हेड विल बी द स्पीकर ओनली. He will be presiding those conferences and the meetings. Next, F point has control over the Lok Sabha Secretariat. What exactly is this Secretariat? Going to the F point, has control over the Lok Sabha Secretariat. What exactly is this Secretariat? When we have the meetings going on, we have the ruling party, opposition and the speaker sitting there. This is known as parliament. When this parliament is over, where are these people sitting and doing their work? They should have a special office. They don't sit in the parliament and do their office work, paperwork, whatever the discussions they want to do. These things, plannings, these things are not done in the parliament. Here the final discussions goes on and in front of the speaker. The work, whatever these MPs and all the officers or the ministers sit, and the place where they sit and they have their own cabins and offices, that separate building is known as a secretariat. So the speaker is having a hold on the parliament. At the same time, indirectly he is having a hold on the secretariat also. There you will be having the head who is holding, it is Secretary General. He will be reporting back to speaker what else the problems are going on, or what are the discussions, or what are the works going on in the secretariat. So indirectly he will be controlling even the secretariat. He is controlling the parliament, at the same time he is controlling the secretariat also. Now G point provides various facilities to the members. He is providing, and what kind of various facilities he is providing, that we shall be discussing later. But here it is, he keeps on providing whatever it is in his power. He keeps on deciding and providing the facilities to the people. He may not accept the involuntary resignations. If somebody wants to resign, sir, and if the information comes to him, it is involuntarily, यानी कि मैं अपनी मर्जी से नहीं दे रहा. Voluntary means मैं अपनी मर्जी से resignation दे रहा हूँ. अगर इनवॉलेंट्री या कोई मेरे को कंपल कर रहे हैं कि मैं रेजिग्नेशन दूं, तो ऐसे रेजिग्नेशंस को वो एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेंगे. He will not accept such involuntary and compulsion resignations. He will not be accepting, or else it is his decision whether he has to accept or not to accept. H point, he controls the admissions of the visitors and the press in the gallery. This is it is open to the public, but here also he takes the decision whether the public, at what time, how much of the public, which public should enter, these all. When the sessions are going on, we have a small gallery for the visitors. Like sometimes we take our school students there to show the live sessions going on. The permission is given. the country people can see the live sessions here. वैसे तो ये पूरा हमको टीवी में भी दिख जाता है, but it is an excitement for the students also at the age of 9th and 10th standard. They want to see what exactly is going on. So we can we have a procedure for that one, but we can take a permission. But the speaker's word is final. The speaker may give the permission or may not give the permission. It depends on what the situation is there. Or based on that one, the speaker, that decision part is on the part of the speaker. So the visitors can come there, if the foreign visitors or we as a visitors, we are applying for, we want to see the session live. So we can be called, but the decision is final with the speaker. I point, it is the last point here, makes arbitrary references. Arbitrary references is like if somebody dies off, that reference is told before the starting of the assembly. कि ऐसा कुछ हुआ है या mishap हुआ है, somebody we have lost, somebody has been expired here. So that reference he gives there, he gives the information to the house. Because he is the one who is starting the meeting, who is starting the parliament house there. So it is his authority कि he has to give this information to the house. And verisimilitude, this is like the farewell speech of the parliament. If the parliament tenure has, the Lok Sabha tenure has ended, so at the last where it is totally we are closing it, he will be giving the farewell speech. But he might, in the very beginning I said, he might or might not leave the house. When the old group is going away and the new party is coming into, but he is not leaving the house till the next meeting goes on, first meeting goes on and the new speaker is elected. But here when the whole of the group, the tenure is over, finally we are winding it up and we are trying to invite the new party here, the new ruling party. At that time the farewell speech will be given by the speaker. So this comes to an end with your administrative functions. Next, going with the next point, under the functions of the speaker, we have it as maintenance of the decorum of the house. When we say it is the decorum of the house, it is the environment of the house. It should be like we are feeling like working there. There, any of your unparliamentary words, unparliamentary acts should not go there. If something is going wrong, then who takes the responsibility? It becomes the speaker's responsibility. So the maintenance of the decorum of the house we shall be talking here. Okay. The first one decides the speaking order and the time. When the speaking time is going on, when the people are speaking to, he makes the order of after this person will be talking, next he will be talking, and this is the topic what he is going to talk. Everything is decided and pre-decided. The order and the time also is decided. How much time you are given and that much of time only you are supposed to use. You cannot exceed. So it is like he will be deciding with what is the order and what is the time, so that everyone can get a chance. That also is there, and the unnecessary part can be removed. The second point is can ask for a member to discontinue the speech. The way I said it is, if I have started off with my speech and I am taking the advantage, nobody will stop me because I am the dignitary here, I am the MP here, so I can talk whatever I want to, whatever the feelings I have, I can put in front of the parliament, not allowed. Before you speak, it is the point should be given to the speaker and it is valid, then only the speaker will give you the time to speak, or else the speaker is not going to give you the time. So he can order the person to discontinue immediately. This is not the point you have asked for me, and this point you cannot talk in the parliament because it is not approved beforehand. So he can stop. He can ask the member to stop the speech immediately, and if at all it is derogatory or unparliamentary words. डेरोगेटरी नीचा दिखाना, किसी को नीचा दिखाने का कोई भी अगर हमने शब्द वहां पे यूज किया, हमको अलाउ नहीं किया जाएगा. And if such kind of, this is again you can say, here we have a point, punish breach of privileges. The same way, this is breach of privilege only. Whatever the privilege they are given, that is breached there, that is broken and violated there. So he can ask the person to stop. Again, if he is not stopping, he can punish. The speaker can punish. But what kind of punishments? It depends on what kind of violation is that. He can ask him to leave or he can even put on, if it is becoming too very severe, he can even ask for the arrest warrant. Here also we are having that point. So very severe actions he can take, even that much of power the speaker is having. May order anything set by the members without his permission cannot be recorded. So he can even make an order कि अभी तक जो भी इन्होंने कहा था ये सारा कुछ रिकॉर्डिंग से हटा दीजिए. So it is not recorded and it is not any proof, and he has told these all things, everything is removed. That much order also he can give. वैसे तो ऑर्डर ऐसे खराब शब्द इन्होंने यूज किया है, एक रिकॉर्ड तो होगा, लेकिन हमारे पार्लियामेंट्री सेशंस के जो भी डिस्कशंस है, एवरीथिंग इज रिकॉर्डेड एंड प्रिजर्व्ड कि who has spoken what and what is the points or the bills they have accepted. These all things is a record we have. So he can ask he can even make an order to stop the recording and cut off this particular point, and this should not be recorded in the whole of the parliamentary session. He can even say that. And the punishment, according to it, we said it is breach of privileges and contempt of house. These all points almost come under your privileges breach has been breached and the contempt of the house. The next one, can issue an arrest warrant. I said what is the punishment, what are the cases of the punishment. It can be something like very light, it is keep your speech, you can make the speech stop, or you can say, ask the person to leave the house for today, or any of, but it can be that very severe where it is arrest warrant also can be asked behind him. If you have the whole of the parliament is asking for a particular person to be sent to the prison, one of the minister, or you can even say the session is asking the outsider also कि he should be sent to the prison, then also the speaker can take a decision and he can issue an arrest warrant. Even that power they have, because this arrest warrant and all, we have the sessions going on with the police, and that is a different department. But if at all the session is asking, the parliament is asking, then the speaker can take the decision and he can issue the arrest warrant as well. Then it is pandemonium and interruption. Pandemonium is a hell like situation. बहुत खराब सिचुएशन यहाँ पे उन्होंने बना दिया है और सेशन को चलने नहीं दे रहे और इंटरप्शंस बहुत कर रहे हैं. दैट इज पैंडेमोनियम एंड इंटरप्शन. He uses stacked and wit to establish order. Whatever he feels like it is, he can use those stacked and wits, his own techniques he can use, and he can make the session little calm. He can place it into order and he can run the session. So it is his own. There is no particular rule that it is he has to do this or not. But whatever the things he can do, he can use the words. You can use, not abusing words, but he can make the session, and it is he can even relieve the tension from the session. So this comes to an end with your maintenance of the decorum of the house. मतलब house को शान से अपना काम कैसे करने देना है, इसके क्या क्या points हो सकते हैं. This is what the meaning here is, maintenance of the house. Okay, coming to the final point here, it is power under anti-defection law. But what exactly this defection is, then only you'll come to understand this one. What defection is and what is the anti-defection law. Defection is when you're holding one position in the ministry. You want to, and you're in the ruling party here. And you want to leave this party and you want to go off to the other party, but you're holding a position here. When you jump from this party, in the before one also we have talked about, when we jump from one party to the other and from the ruling to the opposition, it becomes defection. Whether you are supposed to go or not is the anti-defection law, and this is in the hands of the speaker. The first point is final decisions as to disqualify the members of the grounds of the defection. If the minister has thought of going with the defection, and the final decision will be taken by the speaker, whether he is allowed to go for the defection, and if he is not allowed or he is disqualified, every decision will be taken by the speaker here. So speaker is like, he is saying that the defection is allowed, but on some grounds it is not allowed. So which grounds and what are the things he is violating, everything will be looked into, and then only the permission for defection will be given. Even at the time of defection, the position he is holding, that is lost, means that seat has become vacant there. So that also, that if at all that person is not allowed to, some or the other grounds it is, the parliamentary sessions goes on, the rules and regulations are different there. If the person is not allowed and the speaker is thinking the defection should not be allowed to this person, so it will go off into the disqualification of the person, and that person should not be holding, after the disqualification from the house he is disqualified. He is in none of the parties now. So the person will be not allowed to hold any of the government offices, मतलब it is any government jobs वो hold नहीं कर सकता, or he cannot be the member of this house. The membership of the house is totally lost, and he has to wait till the re-elections are done. till they are re-elected, he has to wait. Till that time, the proceedings he cannot do. He is stopped with, and this is a kind of punishment which is given to him because he has violated some of the laws in the parliament or in the house. So these are the points here, and we see it is what are the dates like it is. In the 95th Amendment Act 2003, these things have come. The defectors who lose their memberships and all, they are prohibited from the public offices and the ranks of ministers till they are re-elected. So I have given the whole of, so this comes to the end of your functions of the speaker.